Welcome back everyone, 8 o'clock on the 28th of August, it's a Thursday, and we're back. So what have we got for you tonight? Crashing, broken, record time, we broke with, see, it's already broken, we've just started. Well, that's one way to start, I guess. Welcome back everybody, this is Scuffed Epoch, Latent Space Live, I'm Drift Johnson. Hello Apolloniart, hello Fernicar, Battlecruiser Operational, hello Full Dive Media, I'm doing great, I hope you're all doing good. And hello Don Tomaso, welcome back. So yeah, we're looking at a Geigerfied corgi. And I've already got my coffee. So, what do we say about InstantX? Well, I'm messing around with the pipeline. What was the error? Some kind of, well, it started at the K sampler, so I think the VAE is at fault. I'm going to switch over to my GGF loader and see if it makes any difference. So no, I know at least that makes images, whether or not they're good I can't remember. But we'll start that as we just say hello to everyone. So we're going to be trying to do some depth-based reimagining using a Olama prompt enhancer. So it's integrated now, it's quite nice and clean. Oh my god, the lag! I don't know why it's so laggy. Give it a second. I feel like I'm on remote desktop. Look at this. Error during batches. Expanded size of tensor. Wait. Something weird's happening here. Stop the press! Yeah, so something weird is going on. Is it because the image is too big? Doesn't look like there's an even image going into it. For the Olama generator. Drift, do you get memory leaks with InstantX? Yeah, I get memory leaks on like first generation. I've literally just installed it. It's not working very well. Something's not getting reshaped somewhere, says Quirkus. Indeed, indeed. Take a look at that for anybody that's intrigued like me. Look, added base image with text. Look at all this. What's all this? Why is it adding? Why is it adding? Oh my god. Okay, right. Am I doing something funny? I'm going to use a different node, just in case it's me breaking. Image prompt. We only actually need image prompt because we don't. Funny thing is, I made all of this. I don't need it anymore because the control net got so fast. Let's just get rid of that. Image to prompt. What? No. Right. So I'll pick the same one, which is Thor 4. Image. So. Scale to megapixels. I'll take that. You know what? I might even make the vision image a bit smaller. Boy. A little bit of a strange setup, but it makes sense. And then the string is going to go in the append. So what I have is I have a string called concatenate, and it has quite a long instruction on that top line. We use the input image to detect features while enhancing the prompt as per system instructions. Output the final prompt alone without commentary or feedback. I'm just trying to increase the get rid of the junk, you know. But it's worth noting. So I put that there. So I take the prompt from my data set, the image from my data set.
It's about to blow, feel the bassline go. UK beats and the soundscape flows.
It's going to step through every time we add a cue. So like the system, that part works, this part works, but then what does this part look like? The actual model stack. So I've got QWEN image FP8 with QWEN 25VL FP16. Now I've got other options, but I noticed that they're all like instruct. My other, see there, edit, that's specifically been trained for edit. So, and this one is instruct. So I'm not entirely sure. I think I might just go back to instruct. As it's, it wasn't really an oom thing, it was a shape thing, that's right. So anyway, I'm messing around. I should only change one thing at a time. My audio is awful. Right, turning down the music. Why is the music so high? Audio is awful. Huh. Can't even hear me. Do you know what? The microphone gives me endless grief. I'm going to turn it back to how it was because we recently moved it. I would rather be heard than not. So there's quality and there's not being heard at all. Doop doop. Yeah, it is taking. It seems to be picking me up. Audio issues. Let's just investigate. Jujufs don't play with the control net. I'm not using Jujuf anymore, Dragon. That's what we've been talking about. As far as I can tell, the only thing I've done is made this mono. I made it mono recently, the microphone. You had to take the guffs out. Yeah, we've already been doing that. The reason I put a Guff VAE in was because we had a shape problem. So we didn't actually have that in the first place. To be honest, it's just like that. Look at the lag. Oh my god, it's not even listening to me. It was better the way I had it before. Right. I'll just take the mono off and see what it does. You guys can tell me. It might be that I'm just further away from it as well. It is quite an annoying thing. It's always in the way. So, oh my god, look at the mouse. Whoa, the mouse is still moving after I finished moving it. Are we back? Have we got control? Something weird's going on tonight. But to be honest, it seems to be the Olama generator. Olama did just update. Loading image file. 15. Processed image set for up 15. Maximum dimensions 1344 by 2171. Exception: expanded size of tensor must match the existing size but not non-singleton. 832 832 3. It's not happy, so I changed it, and look, error, no such file or directory, zoomable image 3. I don't know what that is. I'm hoping that's some internal logic for how it loads my images, because I don't know what, you know, my files aren't called that. I'm not familiar with that. It does Lotus, and then it's the wrong clip model. How is it even running? It's not, is it? What? No, there's no way. Well, we're breaking things tonight. One of the nodes is transforming the latent tensor, but not switching it to the expected shape. This control net, maybe? It's strange because often what we see is a control net which puts, well, actually I'm trying to think now. No, it's not often. It's just what the new, that's the video, I'm thinking of video models, aren't I? Yeah, I get confused. Yeah. Well, it's trying to do something, but I think it'll just crash at the decode because of all of the problems. But what do I know? You know? It's the clip. You had to use 7 billion clip safe tensors. Christ, just constantly chasing. 7 billion clip. I bet we don't have it. It's like an endless battle to try and like extend your clip library. I mean, damn. So now I've got the JJUF version, but it doesn't like the JJUF versions. Yeah, see, the only one I have is that one. Wait. The only one I have is that one. The FP16. Well, it's not about, it's just, look, bruh, it's still here. But thanks, I thank you, I guess. We've already got it here. So I have to get that one. I bet you it won't. Come on. We might get lucky and it might just download for once. Okay. We've got that. We've got that. We've got everything else. Yeah, I keep the model links. Yeah, they're in the work. They're in the default workflows now. Yeah, this was never going to go anywhere. Good times. Well, it's always fun to try out the new stuff. But to be honest, this isn't even today's new thing. So, you know, every day. Oh my God. Let's see what Google says. That's a good place to start. WAN S2V, audio-driven cinematic video. So it's not VO, which makes the audio for you. This is you put the audio in. So we have an input image of a woman on a ship. We have some audio. Probably. And then eventually we'll most likely have the person singing there. And that's what everyone's been trying to do for ages, so it's day one, so obviously it's going to take a while for everyone to figure out how to actually use it properly, you know. But I think you get the point. So yeah, this looks like an interesting direction because we all want audio. Very cool. It's definitely a step up from Audio, I'll say that much. I've also seen people use it for like not singing, so you know you can use it for audio reactive as well, which is quite interesting. Is it all just here we go. Think. Man, my internet is dying. It's because I'm downloading this. But we want that, so. Alright, it's just more people singing. There you go. Right, so this is what I was looking at. Play the video. This is why people listen to Bill Gates. Come on. The technology. It's astounding. Do I have to download it and play it locally? Is that the deal? It's all because I'm trying to get... It's probably going to crash at the last 5 seconds. Again. See if it can handle downloading file and playing video at the same time. That's what I like. This is why it won't be taking any jobs. It's just going to make your life easier. Come on. Oh, it's struggling. It's struggling with the task. What was it they said? Windows is multitasking, guys, because you've got this whole, you can do two things at once. So we're going to download a file and play a video. And this is why, you know, it's still early. This isn't going to like, oh.
Come on, step back inside so we can talk about this. Now you listen to me. You jump, you're not gonna wake up, remember? You're gonna die. Now just step back inside. Come on, step back inside so we can talk about this. Now you listen to me. You jump, you're not
Can't get out of it.
You're gonna die. Now just
Can't get out of it, mate. Windows, spinning blue, spinning blue. We're spinning blue, boys. We're graying out. We're graying out. Warning, warning. It's exploding. It can't handle the power of playing a video and downloading a big file at the same time. Nice, I have control. I have control. So anyway, you get the point. The point is, if you have the audio and you have the image, you can film the scene. And that's kind of what everyone's been trying to do for ages. So we've been doing all of our work on generating consistent images inside of a theme with our characters and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, we got stuck in the Matrix, Don. And you can talk about which method is best and all this, but they ultimately run on a model. And that model right now, the favorite, the girl in the playground or whatever, everyone wants to talk to is WAN 2.2 for so many reasons. And the thing about S2, I keep calling it STV, S2V, is it comes with a whole bunch of additional things that no one's really talking about. Let me see if I can find them, because I know they're written somewhere. One of them is there's an option for pose model. So this thing has ControlNet pose built in, which you'd have to patch that in somehow other way with other systems, or they're doing it for you. Look at this. About blank. Can we get the thing though? Man. Alright. Oh yeah, and it's got that if you apply the new context window stuff, it's going to get a lot easier to make long form content. And the thing, I've been talking about this for a while, you don't really need to make really long shots. Like, there's a reason for a really long shot, you know. It's not common for someone to be talking continuously with a fixed frame. It kind of seems amateur. So you have to kind of at least have 2 or 3 angles to switch between. So I would at least say, you know, you'd end up with 3 versions of the same video with the same audio, and then you'd cut between them. Like, there's a whole art to that in itself. But anyway. So compared to WAN 2.1, 2.2, so it is based on 2.2. They're just talking about WAN 2.2. Where's the S2V stuff? Here. Has it got its own page? I bet it just takes me back to where I was already. Yeah, it does. Oh, I love those circular links. Please check my citations. How about we go to the Hugging Face page? And it's got the same README. Copy paste, mate. Yeah, it's copy paste. They haven't. Yeah. Oh wait, this is new. This is. So Comfy UI integration isn't actually out yet, guys. So you have to use KeyJai wrapper if you want to check this out, or some other method. But look, there it is. There it is. There it is. Right, maybe Model Scope has better info. It might just be the same README in Chinese, but I'm pretty sure you can change it to English mode somewhere. Is that one? Yes. Okay, it's the same README, copy paste. Good times. I should have known. Ah. Here. Right. Where'd this come from? Here we go. Found it. Found it. Is that not on the Hugging Face then? Man, you got to dig around in the Chinese places nowadays. Right, let's zoom in. We need to put this front and center here. So, repo supports 2.2 S2V 14B. Its true name revealed. So there was a lot of people asking, is this 2.1, 2.2? I assumed it was 2.2, but there's your confirmation. S2V 14B, because a lot of people are just calling it S2V on its own. So it is 14 billion parameters. It can simultaneously support video generation. Well, okay. It can generate videos, just like 2.2. Obviously, they're saying 480p and 720p. There's your... I think it's more of a bias towards the aspect ratios of 480p and 7, so 16 to 9, and I think is it 4 to 3? I forget the old one off the top of my head. And then single GPU speech to video. So this is what people are going on about. The singing, right? So we put our prompt, okay? We put our audio, and we put our first frame. Okay, without setting plum clip, it will generate automatically adjust based on input audio length. So if you put like a giant song in there, it might try to do the whole thing. That's kind of funny. So you need to chop it up. That's actually quite good though, because you could do a different angle, a different camera angle with the next segment of song, and then you could chop up the song into movements and then generate the scenes that you want. So then it's going to naturally, like I was talking about earlier. Oh my god, 80 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, boy. So unless you're running 80 gigabytes of RAM, it's substandard, because obviously they have to do tricks to make it run with less hardware. So there's like usually a trade-off. That's kind of interesting. In terms of the size of the video, which here 1024 by 704. That's interesting. You're learning lots of interesting things here. 1024 by... That's not going to be there by coincidence. Here we go. Oh no! Anyway. Interesting one that is. It's one of my old safe resolutions from the 2.1 era. Because it's slightly less than 768, because 768 isn't safe or something. I forget now. It's something to do with the math. Oi! Lol, he's writing code. Give him a minute. Look at this weird aspect ratio. Yeah. Is he making me an app? Okay. I'll take it. It better work. Dragon says he has the full fat model, which is 31 gig before encoders. I don't think this is... I think he just kind of ran off. Oh, right. Okay. All right. Fine. Okay. He did kind of just... Okay. He did just kind of run off. But let's have a look and see. Match. Ah, okay. So these... So it's the same aspect ratio. $720,000. Weird. 1280 by 880. 1536 by 1056. 2048 by 1408. I've sort of seen these sorts of resolutions when we've been doing... It's just a bit strange. 1440, you know what I mean? By 990. It'd normally be 960. It's just all a bit weird. But hey. This isn't even what I asked him to do. Go back to bed, Claude. So anyway, the next thing I wanted to look at was pose with audio-driven generation. So torch run. So here we go. Person singing. Pose video, right? So that means built-in control net. So the things I look for in some of these models is like, because sometimes you can use them in ways that maybe aren't in the README. And I'm sure, you know, because think about it, like normally we need control net to bolt on, and so this has it built. They've got pose audio driven built in, which is nice, because that means you can have your person dancing about, put the song in, and it'll make them sing the song. Now, I'm assuming that you'll be able to train a LoRa on this, and then you've got your character doing the dance and singing the song. And I think that ability alone is like, you know, and then obviously it opens up the filmmaking, because if I'm sitting in a chair and I generate an image of my character sitting in a chair, and then we record the lines for what he's supposed to be saying, scene done, scene done. So I don't know, all in one model. And also, people aren't talking about the fact that this is 2.2 and it's got one model that's only 16 gigabytes. The last version was two models that was 16 gigabytes, and you had to do this cheeky handoff. That's gone. So I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to run it today, to be honest, because I've downloaded the weights. But you've got to run it on KeyJai, and I don't usually use KeyJai, and so we get into the same problem of, do I even have that clip model? It should be a game show. Do I even have that clip model? Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about some cool stuff before we start doing nonsense again. I did a tweet about it if you want to look at it, and there's probably a video somewhere in the Discord. But I did put together a little joke about the alien Earth because I thought it was really funny. Big reveal, no spoilers. This is from Spaceballs. But I took a scene from the end of Alien Earth episode 4 and swapped in my alien. Well, it's from Spaceballs, right? Hello, my honey. And we did it all with Comfy. Took a 10 frame per second, 21 frame GIF from like a meme site, small. I did my upscaler on it, and I did the interpolation ×3 to get it up to 30 FPS. In fact, I think in this one we didn't even upscale it because I was going to put it picture in picture. And then I did various things to it just to see, you know, I did try like doing a generation and whatnot, but the control net's just not good enough. So we went with an overlay. So in the end it was REM BG and overlay. So, but we did use something. We used Comfy. What's this one? Oh yeah, here's the original effort. So obviously we've got 10 frame 21. So scale it up and what was it, ×3. There you go, ×3 to 30. Yeah, it didn't look too bad. For the purposes of like lifting it, and you know, it was fine. And we did some weird stuff. More weird stuff. Ah, here we go. Now this is something. What's this? Ah, right, yeah. So the control net, right? The control net, the WAN Fun control net. What could I say about WAN Fun control net? This is the image which I've given it. This is the depth map that it was given to play with. And, you know, this is the standard of image that was put in. And that came out of the same WAN 2.2 model. And sad times, we got not good out. So I think maybe there's something missing here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, the right clip vision. Hang on. Run it again. Did I just spot it? Could be. What's that thing? Oh, it's just doing the depth. Anyway, while that's running. So yeah, I was trying to stay on top of some of this stuff. It's kind of all over the place, you know what I mean? It's got... While one thing doesn't work, something else pops up. So, there we go. I can't believe that that actually downloaded so quickly. Normally it gives me grief. Grief! Just slow downloading for no reason, stuff like that. Text. Text. There we go. It's still going to take half an hour to copy. I'll put that over there. So, of course. I can't do that because I'm doing this. Let's give it a minute to run the prompt and then I'll continue the copy. I've learned that they fight each other for in-out, you know? So it's like copying to and from the drive that you're doing the... This is one of the reasons I want to use a... It's annoying. I want an external model cache. That's what I want. It's alright. It's okay. We'll be alright. Dragon says full fat model. Don says big model. Nvidia needs to stop. Yeah, gated consumer cards indeed. I know. Why do we not have big VRAM cards? It's been shown that you can put them together. I mean, I would never do it, but people do put them together. I suppose if they, you know, squeeze too hard, people will eventually. I don't know. Do you think you could make modded graphics cards? It's quite an interesting. I bet it exists. I've never looked at it. Generating some cash. Well, no, I haven't. No, but I suppose, metaphorically speaking. You know, it is definitely possible, but no, oof, that's not good, guys. That's not good. I mean, look, it does follow the depth map, but I mean, the depth map's like so detailed compared to what we've got. So let me just check out these things here. So we've got Lightning, Fusion X. Clip vision's there, the start image is there. Frankensteining of cards. Ah, so you know a guy. There you go. Maybe don't do clip vision. I want to give this one another go. Because the weird thing about this is there's no strength on the control map. Do you know what I mean? Like, the node doesn't have a strength, so you just put your control net in and you know what I mean. Drip fed Fred, says Apollonia. Yeah, indeed. I think that what it is this doesn't like lightning, so I'm just going to turn all that stuff off. And then we're going to be in the same hell that we always end up in. So let's go with like 3.5 and 30 and hope for the best. Oh, we could also put easy cache in now because it's easy. As long as you can type, which I can't. So yeah, I'm just going to throw it in immediately after the model loader and not change anything. See, look, I've even got here Geiger style building with a face at the top. I may as well just take that off. It's not going to be loading any LoRa's. That's what it made. Terrible. You say, oh, the denoise is too high. Okay. I mean, we could put the denoise down. 0.75 is the default for image to image. Somehow I feel like it's not going to work. But this is supposed to be native support now. As far as I know. It may be that it just doesn't generate images. That is an answer. It is a video model, you know. Rossersby right through the door. That's funny. Well, to be fair, you know, it is true that if you scan money in, it gives you it prints out a web address, and when you go there, it explains to you that printing money is illegal, and you'll go to jail. Kind of funny. Probably captures your IP and puts you on a watch list as well, but I don't know about that. Man, this is going to get relegated to half the screen in a minute. It seemed to speed up. I think it was the cache thing. Yeah, it skipped 13. Wow, it skipped 13 of 30 steps. Damn. What does it look like? Well, listen, it's better than the last image we got. That's the best image we've had out of it, to be fair. That's at 1.0 denoise. It's a building with a smiling face. That's what I asked for. A building with a face at the top. So to be fair, it is working. So now 0.75, please. I think that's actually working now. What did we actually do? Ah, lightning. It was the lightning. Do you know what I'm seeing? A pattern here, Dragon. GGUF sometimes doesn't play nice. Some JJUFs don't play nice with some LoRa's. So it's like just because the LoRa was from a model doesn't mean it will work. You have to, you know, because the JJUF process might... I don't know. I don't know. It's just what I'm seeing. There seems to be a pattern emerging. Did you see what Grok's been doing all week? Yeah, well, listen, all of that stuff is clearly staged by humans. Do Acid House. Yeah, good idea. Yeah. Acid. I'm just going to say Acid House. I want to say with a face at the top. Still. Hey, does my thing work? Testing. 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah. Okay. Just checking. Well, if it's working, this is good. But how good is it, though? The moment of truth, boys and girls. Oh, it went back to stupid land. So in other words, this is like watching Kerbal Space Program when the rocket explodes on the launch pad. Man. Unfortunate. Because the thing is, you know, if I can make this without ControlNet, I'm not really, you know, because this was already an image to image of a building. So, you know, that's in painting and ControlNet already. So, ooh, this is a tough one. Okay, now I'm going to have to say it is a JJUF. Maybe I should have got the FP8s. I'm starting to... My faith in GGUF is being challenged by this compatibility nonsense. Because I've had a couple of shows where we pulled stuff out and it doesn't work because there's actually not just one file. Yeah. So if you want to get the GGUF, which are great because they run on less memory and all sorts of stuff. But if you want to get those, the clip and the VAE aren't, you know what I mean? See, we're mixing here. What happens if I just use the normal? I'm just gonna start. Ha ha. It's not recommended, but we've been doing it for ages. Not anymore. Okay, so I'll put it back to Guff, and then it will work. But so even Comfy now doesn't want you to do that. Oh wait, hang on a minute. It tells you not to do something, so of course we immediately just we're doing it. Yeah, it said don't do it, so we're gonna do it. What's the worst that could happen? We've had like my mouse glitching out and not moving, and all sorts of weirdness from QWEN. So let's see if we can break WAN as well. Jeff was wrecking your QWEN trained LoRa's. I think it's got a lot to do with like how the because there's not all GGUF models are equal. So if you get a quant from someone, that's not necessarily going to be the same as a quant of the same model from someone else. And then there are lots of different methods of doing the quantization. And I thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and get all GGUF. And that did work. But then you're kind of locked in because is your clip is this GGUF? Is this GGUF? And it's not. And maybe that doesn't matter, but we're getting garbage. Super garbage. I could put that back in. I don't think it's going to make any difference. No faith. I mean, we could try putting the that up to 5. Is there anything else? Shift could be higher as well. I mean, I'm just thinking of things to pump up now because this is just underdone. Extremely underdone. I feel like I'm in like the latent ghost dimension right now. Like all we managed to get was part of a bridge, and we've just got a ghost scaffold. It's quite funny. Well, while it's spinning its wheels, what else do I have to show you? Is this making... what's this? We started looking at this in the first place. Yeah, we were waiting for that model to copy across. And I'm busy generating and generating. So we're going to do something else to allow the file to copy so we can go back to QWEN. See if we can actually get it to make an image. Because I know people have made it work. It's not like a question. It's just the default workflow seems to suck. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not worse, but, you know, one more. It's not worse, but it's not really very good either. It is following the depth. So the funny thing about this is it's like there could be one thing somewhere that's wrong, and then it'll magically be really good. It's quite funny. So you're like gold mining the magic parameter combination. It's like trying to guess the lock combination. Yeah. Hey Zeus, welcome to the show. Glad you could join us. Welcome everybody. Thank you for continuing to watch the pain that is trying to change one number and get results. I could probably shortcut this just by grabbing one of your guys' workflows from the Discord, but I do think it's important to show the process to the new guys, because sometimes this is completely not seen. The whole process of establishing the best parameters, like if you get them in the workflow, that's cool. Thank you very much, guy that gave me the workflow. But if they don't work, you're now in a sea of possibility. Because what if I just change this one? What's nag alpha? What's nag tau? You could probably spend an entire afternoon just finding out what the hell normalized attention guidance is. And you don't even know what shift is. You didn't know what denoise does. And even when you do know what they all do, it's actually worse. Oh my god. Okay, right. It's trying to make something now. But it's still bad. It's still very bad. You can make stuff faster if you enable latent previews. Update VHS nodes to the latest version. I probably do need to do that, dream making, but I must admit I turn all my previews off because I don't know if you've noticed, sometimes the stuff I'm doing, it causes so much lag. I get to the point where I go around closing everything because the previews actually seem to not help with the FPS situation in the actual, you know, like right now I'm getting 60 clamped, you know, because it's not really a big deal. And because I use remote desktop a lot, if I'm coming in here and it's choked out, it'll actually disconnect the session, and I get annoyed with logging into it all the time. I'm like, why has it kicked me out? Because it's obviously taken up all the memory. And it like thinks, oh, I know, I'll cut this'll save me, because it's like trying to protect itself, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, this sucks. Right. Maybe it'll work with some more effort. Usually what happens is I go away and scratch my head for a few hours, and then maybe I'll come back with it working. Or you never hear about it ever again. One of the two. Oh, this isn't remote. No, this isn't remote. This is on my local machine. But like I said, I don't like change the defaults when you know what I mean? I've got it set up for no previews. But I use this machine that I stream on every day. I'm usually remoting into it from a laptop or whatever I'm using. So, yeah. But yeah. Technically, I've got Comfy installed on the machine that's doing the streaming as well. But it's only got a 4GB GPU, so I usually use it just to see if things will actually run or not for doing any serious work, you know? I appreciate some of you guys are like literally working on a 4GB, but it's so I can say to you guys, yeah, this works or it doesn't work, you know? Speaking of which, once that copy is finished, okay, which is going to be about 5 minutes, we've also got Fun in Paint, which is going to suck as well, isn't it? See, I think these are all just like very much for video, so they're not going to help us for the image situation. Yeah. It'd be nice if we could get an in-painting solution though, you know? So it's got a start. So you've got Fun in Paint, and it's got a start image and an end image. So we're doing in painting, right? So how does that work? Sometimes I stare at a node and I'm trying to work it out. So you give your start frame, and then you give your end frame, and then you like, I don't know what. So do I have to put 2 in painted things in here? Like, where does the mask go? You see what I mean? Did I have to do the in-paint first? Yeah, it confuses me. I'm sure all will be revealed. Because like I said, when we had, what is this? This is the control example from Kijai. Okay. Now, like I was saying, I can't run it because his models... Again, this is another reason why I might ditch GGUF, because all of the Jajuf models, they don't really work with his stuff, and you can't, you know what I mean? Yeah, they don't really work. I saw some people like that were using the 2.1. Well, I'm talking about 2.2 here specifically as well. So I've got everything, but I don't have. See, there we go. We've got the umpty ump, and then, you know, we've got the what's this? Is it that one? 2.1 VAE. We've got another one there. Yeah, it's the same one. It's the exact same one. My God, man. It's like working around a diagram for a car. What's this? Is this the normal one? Yeah, I think this is the... Yeah, so he's got the normal lightning... Wait, what? Yeah. Light... That one. Oh shit, he's got the V2. God damn it. Do I even have that one? Nightmare. You have a WAN in paint. You can always share it, mate. We'll drop it in and see what happens. But yeah, like I said, I don't have any of those, which is so annoying. It's so annoying. I haven't got any of them. You're like, why don't you just go and get them? I'll be like, yeah, they're like 20 gigabytes each. Nightmare. But anyway. Why is it sending me round in the same circles? I seem to be going around in circles here. I think it's replaced all my workflows again. Yeah, it's replaced them all. They've all got the same tabs, but they're all different. Oh well. Time to close them all. Oh well. So we've got one left. Okay, so that one's actually still got tabs. Right, so that was the 2.1 vase. Yeah. And this was with padding. And this one was start end frame. That's 2.1 with 1.3 billion. So this is going back some. I was looking up the old stuff, you know. Oh yeah. See? What's this? Oh yeah, we were trying to put control video into here for video, but then I realized I need the bloody high model. You see how it's like I've got the VAE, I've got the clip, I've got the model. Wrong clip. Okay, we'll go and get the wrong clip. You need another model. Okay, we'll go and get the other model. Entirely wrong architecture. Need to get full complete set of different ones now. This is crazy. It's too crazy. This is why if S2V has the pose built in, that's a big deal off the list. It's got audio input to do all of the audio reactive stuff out in the... That's a huge off, you know, because before you'd have to generate your video and then do your other process, or do some kind of post or pre whatever. You have to do some work. So it's interesting how things are kind of slowly all getting wrapped up, you know. It's getting wrapped into one little thing. Oh yeah, I think I got that new node working the other day as well. Did we... Is that it? 15 seconds. So it was just the same image. So we didn't really work, you know what I mean? You would use different images, really. I would say different images from the same seed is probably going to work best. So I'm going to have a go at tweaking this in a minute, just after the break. But like, this didn't cost nothing. Well, it took a while. The more frames you ask for, the longer it takes. 15 seconds was... It took a while. I reckon if you like had actually... I reckon, like I said, you want to get some clouds for the front layer. So then you'd have like a city in the background, moving slowest, buildings in the foreground moving faster, and then clouds in front of that moving the fastest. And I think that would be good. You could also have like a static layer, like, I don't know, some kind of ship or airship or something. Could probably do like sideways slow moving flight that way as well. And the benefit of that obviously is you get the layers to use over and over again. So you could have the same thing going across the screen with different backgrounds. And if you watch a lot of TV shows, right, Star Trek is a great one. It's basically the same Star Trek ship flying away every time, you know. They have like a 2-minute reel of it coming towards and away from the camera, and then they just reuse that shot, or like maybe add a planet, you know. Oh, we're at a red planet this week, you know. So obviously it's all CGI, right? But the concept's the same. And this is obviously emulating like a side-scrolling video game type thing. Now, because it's all done like totally AI, totally, you know, there are weird errors that you would like scrub out. So if you were going to actually do this, you'd probably go and scrub out the stuff that, you know, you got like ghost edges from the removed background, stuff like that. So you just clean it up. But yeah, it works. There's the workflow. So all it needs is better images. It's got the last one that was glitched out. That was the one we did yesterday. So how many frames? 240 frames at 15 FPS. We double that, which gets to 30 FPS. But I think I could triple it and get a bit more length out of it. But then it might be reaching the point. It's around 600 frames at full HD that Comfy starts to have issues, and I do want to just one-shot it. I could put a meta batch manager on there, but it's going to be more important to get good frames first. So I wonder, will it give me the workflow again? Haha, wait. It did. What the heck am I doing here? Oh, I'm trying to do the thing there. I don't need to do that. Okay. Oh, yeah. Before we go on break, where is it? Patience came out. So, new album dropped. Probably going to be like another one coming out. I think, what, tomorrow? Not tomorrow. Yeah. Tonight or tomorrow there'll be another one coming out, and then another one on the 1st. So yeah, there it is. News. And that is coffee time. Even though I ain't got no coffee. I forgot to go to the shop today. So I'm going to be drinking water. Keyjoy nodes don't work with Jajuf, says Dream Making. On Bano Doko, someone used them. Yeah, I know, it's weird. It's like there's rules. I think you'll get away with it in certain combinations, but it doesn't. You know, they're exceptions, not rules. You know. In-paint nodes and stuff. Cool. I think those weights have copied now. It's either Runes or the Frenchman's. The in-paint comfy workflow is in Discord. So let me just have a look. Yeah, workflows. And we have an advanced WAN in-paint. Let's give it a blast. Throw it in on this one. I don't think this is working anyway. You're missing multiply int float. You're doing 1 multiplied by 0.1? What? Dragon. We're back. Dragon. What's this nonsense? Why? What's this? We're going to take a width int and divide it by... Wait. I mean, I can't really sell. Unknown. We're going to unknown by unknown. And that's going into mask crop region. You didn't make it. Okay. Alright, I'll update my nodes and we'll come back to it in a minute. Let me see if this is working now. We've got the correct clip. So let me see here. Sharona. Yeah, that's actually correct. Okay. Wait, Sharona. It should be Thora. Just do that one. Thora. Right. Default. Yeah, we'll check it out. Okay. Yay. Right. QWEN image VAE. Now, how many of those do I have? Only one. Alright. This is a chance. Let's see if we can get it done. We have an interesting... what would that be? Mid-Journey 4, maybe? I think it's like Mid-Journey 4. But obviously upscaled. Probably with WAN at low denoise. Depth map sucks. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it. Just depth map's not good. Is this their fancy one? It is. It's their fancy one. Hang on. Let's just slap a depth anything in next to it just to see what it would look like. It might be that the depth is too big. Yeah, maybe we should send the little depth to it. And then get image size from that one. And resize the depth map back to what it should be. Do it ourselves. Like that. So then, yeah, maybe the depth map is struggling to make something that big, because sometimes they're like trained at a size, and if you try to make them bigger, it don't work. Okay. Because this is like... it's like sculpturing. The depth map is a pain in the arse. It looks at the alpha and drags all sort of stuff through. I'm gonna swap the fancy one out. Yeah, you're doing the same thing as me right now. Yeah. Wait a minute. I'm doing something stupid. Take it from there. Oh, that's good. I got saved. I got saved by the bell. There was no depth map. Alright, 254 by 836 seems reasonable to me. Uses an SD 1.5 VAE. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that means you probably have to make it even smaller, actually. Hang on. It can't be. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. Right. Claude? I would think it's 0.5, but now I'm checking my own thinking here, okay? Because it's square law, isn't it? So it's not what you think. If 1024 by 1024 equals 1 megapixel, I'll say 1.0. 1.0 megapixel, then 512 by 512 equals question mark. Oh, I love these AI riddles. They're the best. Solve the pattern for me. Where we're going. We don't need Google. 0.25. It is square law. Oh, well. There's a thing. Alright, cool. So if I just translate what the hell is he going on about. Deliberately set the thing to 512x in megapixels. So then it doesn't matter how big and tall and wide it is, it's always going to be the same megapixels. Megapixels. It's probably the safest way to do it. Like if you don't have my aspect size nodes and stuff, it's probably the safest way to do it is just to set the megapixel number. Do you know what? I'm very tempted to make like a loader which just makes it easy for you to pick all of the different numbers. That's because then it's better than having a note. Anyway. Are we actually going to get an image tonight? We doing QWEN? We are. We're doing QWEN. See, I promised you QWEN. Oh, what's going on? I'll queue another one up. It's got prompt, guys. Got prompt. That means we're in business. There's a node that does that drift called Resolution Master. Yeah, I know. Aspect size is right. Aspect size. My node's aspect size and image size adjuster do that. So yeah, there are loads of nodes that are in the aspect size, ratio, resolution, resizing. It's probably hundreds of them. But the point is that you can probably, I said without custom nodes, because the thing is that one I believe is just part of Comfy UI. It's always there no matter what. It's a base node, yeah. This one, scale image to total pixels. So, like it, but you don't know what the numbers are. So here, look, this is what we're talking about. May as well just do it like this. We should probably do this more, actually. So 0.25 equals 512 by 512. Yeah. 1.0 equals 1024 by 1024. What am I doing? Okay. And then obviously we've been using, I think it was 1.67. In fact, you know what? That's something he could make me an app. Claude? We can build an app that presents the user with height and width input fields. Yeah, width and height. No. Parameters for the... Why am I typing? Parameters for the calculation of an aspect ratio tool which gives visual feedback on the potential resolutions which should be compatible with the height and width. We set a max dimensions, for example 512 by 512 or 1024 by 1024. We have the option of divisible by, for example, 64 or 32, and then it's going to give me the megapixels as a, what do you call that? A float. Decimal. Probably prefer decimal, wouldn't it? Man, that was a bit of a splurg out there, right? So 512 by 512 or 1. Look at it trying to figure out what I'm saying. Heightened width. Heightened width. That's a good one. It's my accent, isn't it? We have the option of divisible by, for example. Yeah, we have the option of restricting aspect ratio ranges. I think that's like the worst prompt I've ever come up with. I'm going to send it and maybe just think about what I've done. Use a blend image node and combine depth map with line art and uniform a semseg and got some very faithful image upgrades. Interesting, MC. That's a really cool approach. Going to 1 megapixel in QWEN with 12 steps is giving me around 40-second generations. Yeah, that's pretty quick. See, to be honest, I don't, you know, if it takes a minute and it's better, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting at all. I don't know what he's making right now. I didn't really give him a very good prompt, to be honest. But I thought, well, we'll just see what happens. You know, the worst case is I do it again. I'm trying to show you shouldn't really be attached to what you know, a lot of this stuff isn't important. It's a bit like making a shopping list. Once you've used the shopping list, you throw it away and next time we make a new one. But hey, if it's good, you know what I mean? I'm not against, like, but I just don't, a lot of it's what I call disposable software. There's a thing. Oh, single-use software. It explodes when you're finished with it. Okay. So maximum dimension. Okay, it's given me some basic ones to start off with. Here's my aspect ratio preview. What the heck is it trying to even tell me? Ratio 1.778. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What is the point of this? See what I mean? What's it even telling me? 1024 by 576. See, this would be great if I could actually put something in it. Huh? 0.59. Target megapixels 1. It's kind of got it backwards. Remember I said, oh, that's terrible. Target megapixels 0.25. Does it do something? No, it doesn't work. I don't even know what this does. 1 to 1. Oh my god, what is it doing? Okay, it's giving me a spread of all the 1-to-1s. 512, 512. So the closest is 512. Right. Okay. So actually 448 is closer to 1 megapixel. Interesting. But wait, does that mean that actually to get 1020, no, to get 512, you need to do slightly like point. Well, wait, hang on, 512. Oh. See, I would have thought this one was closer, being at 0. Oh yeah, 0.25, of course, dummy. Dummy. Of course it's this one. But it does mean it's actually slightly off. There's still a remainder. It's triggering my inner mathematician. I need to find out why and solve this. Immediately. Let's try with 32 divisible by 2.62. Okay, so then obviously if I go to 1024, my target megapixels is 1, divisible by 32. Wait, why did it stop? It stopped at 0.4. Yeah, it's not really working, is it? Surely this is missing something. 16 to 9. See? Something's... That's weird. What? What? Okay, there we go. Let me change it. This thing's cooked. Right. Anyway. Claude, what's going on? Is this because they were doing a collaboration with OpenAI? What's going on here? Are we witnessing the bonkening? I hope not. Okay, right. What I need to do is just do that again. We can build an app. It will show the total megapixels as a decimal value. Yes. When presented with an image type width, which is calculated using aspect ratio selection and maximum resolution defined at 1:1. Let's try that again. Don Tommaso says, I'm a Swede and I'm going to send Greta to him. Uh-oh. Dragon says that's good for the environment. Disposable software built by a massive LLM in a big data center. Yeah, but the thing is, I still think it's more productive than talking to the LLM about the history of cats. Which is totally fine, by the way, but it's the same amount of energy. So we can't really quibble about the cost of, anybody that tries to quibble about the cost of software development with AI, I just gently remind them that a lot of people don't even use it for that. And they probably use it more. They use it for other things. So at that point, it's kind of like a moot point, isn't it? You know, the environmental impact of what? What's the environmental impact of email? Should we ban that? What about phones? I think all that battery charging adds up. We should ban them too. It's like, this is the thing. I think that kind of stuff's going away, guys. I think we're going to have a few more solutions soon. I don't know. What do I know? So, what's this? Maximum resolution 4000. Let's say 1024. Just get a baseline here. 1024. Okay, this is good. This is good. This is actually working. Do you know what? What? Damn it! It's TypeScript. Wait, I can publish this? Awesome. Hang on. We've just done something new here. Hang on. Guess what, Dragon? Now everyone can use it, so they don't need to spend the energy again. I'm gonna put it in. I'm gonna put it in there. Megapixel calculator. It's live on Claude. Chuck it in the inside line as well. So I've shared it in general. It's gonna go on the inside line. Probably could do with a slightly better link. It's so anyway, guys, if you want to use my megapixel calculator, it's hosted over at claude.ai/publik/artifacts/5D55DF77-874-A188FC1D5C63. Print it out on a t-shirt. In fact, let's look at it in its natural habitat. That's what it looks like. Isn't that cool? Okay. So if I now put in here 2048, it's going to work, right? Oh my god, it's working. 4 megapixels at 1:1 square. Are you sure about that? So how about 2880? Our favorite. That's 8 megapixel. Wait, you mean all this time I've been doing 8 megapixel gens? No wonder they look good. To be honest, we've been generating mostly at 1536, 2.36 megapixel. If we go for the widescreen, that's how we get to that number. Now, QWEN, strangely enough, 1328, is 1.76 megapixel. So that gives us 1680 by 1050. And it is 1.76 to get there. So yeah, we've got the info. Hang on, I'm going to get this out and just... .76, 1328 by 1328. And then there was 1536, obviously. Which is 2.35. Interesting. So you can do WAN without my nodes with 2.35. It's like a magic number. Interesting. The thing is, look, I like people to use my nodes because I put a lot of time into it. Didn't you put 1536 then? Yeah, I put 1328 next. Here, look, I'll show you again. Oh, that's 15. Actually, wait. What? What's going on there? 1328. 1.76. Like 1280, yeah. 1.64. I might put that in actually, because people might want that, even though it's a strange one. Because I don't think anybody does 1280 by 1280, but I'll include it just for the sake of it's a familiar number. 1.64. In fact, I think 1.0 isn't. Starting to get suspicious about this thing. One's a 1. So if I say 1024 again, it's 1.05. It's actually 1.05 technically. It's not quite right. And usually when you see that, there's probably like a rounding error. It's not clean. 640 by 4, yeah, 640, yeah, that's a good one, that's a good one. It's just, this is just a little cheat sheet for using maximum scale pixel, was it scale image to total pixels instead of another aspect ratio tool, you know? Because technically, you don't need to know whether it's wide or tall, it'll just figure it out for you, and it's a nice solution for a thing that, you know, we probably overcomplicate. So yeah, 0.41 for 640. I'll do 480 as well. 0.41 equals. So, but I will point something out here, which is you've got to mention it. At the moment, we're doing 640 by 640, right? But remember, it's 640 by 480. So, check it out. Create a table of the total pixels on a scale of larger screen sizes, including 360p, 480p, 480p, 640p, and then a second table for newer formats in 16 to 9, so that would be 720p, 1080p, etc. I think that's going to be fine. It's total pixels. Total pixels. We should have just called this stream Total Pixels and just been done with it. I've got pixels. Pixels for that. Right. .23. Oh look, it's just made the chart for me. I didn't need to do anything after all. So traditional, that's your megapixels. Modern, that's your megapixels. Ah, Claude, you're so good. Can we just paste it into... Wouldn't it be cool? Let's see. Wishful thinking. Hang on. Oh, do you know what? It almost worked. Duck, I'm sure you can put it... Right, hang on, I got another idea. Convert this artifact into HTML. Oh, he's deleting everything. Hold on to your butts. Oh. What? Why? I think he screwed it up already. What's happened here? Something went wrong. There's a markdown note node. Is there? Oh, okay, let's try that one. We'll try that as well. I'll do all the things. Markdown note. Oop. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Well done. I didn't even know about that. Thank you, Apolloni. Oh my god, that's just changed everything. Yeah. Like, he's done a good job and all, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it just for the sake of science, but I don't care anymore. You've just solved it there. So let's see. Note. Yeah, note. Nope. I could have sworn there was something. That's not it. The heck? What's this? Note plus. Never heard of that one. Nope. I thought it supported HTML. I was wrong. Oh well. It doesn't matter. It supports Markdown. Okay, so where's the scaler gone? Well, they're here actually, aren't they? So yeah, they're both there. Right. That makes sense. I'll leave that on the screen for a minute. So there it is. There you have all of your things. So if I aim for 0.25, ironically 512 and all the ones we were looking at aren't there. That's kind of funny. A lot of the ones that I just spent time working out, they're not actually there. That's alright. Because the thing is, a lot of them are based on a width, you know, they're based on a landscape standard, if you see what I mean. All of them are based on a landscape standard. So, isn't that funny though? Look, right. Can see from the transitional period, we ended up with a couple of 16:9 SD formats. And I bet this is actually what people think. Because technically 640 by 480 obviously is 4:3. A new 480p enhanced, or the NHD. I love it. I love it. So good. Because I'm a big fan of like PAL. I think PAL and NTSC look good, and that was 576. It's like close to Super VGA. It's like, look, you see what's going on with the numbers? As they're like, oh, we could get a couple more pixels. With PAL's 5 to 4, which is a bit of a strange one. But this is kind of why we have the new formats. They're all 16:9. You know, they literally planned it out. This all just kind of happened with lots of different companies in the mix, you know what I mean? But this was like planned out, standardized. So as you can see, 2 megapixel would be your 1080p. A new custom node. Include all the ones you're using commonly. You guys are talking about lanky women in the comments. Yeah, there's an aspect ratio challenge right there. So, exactly 4 times the pixels. Exactly 4 times the pixels. Yeah, CRT monitors. Yeah. Okay. So that's good. That's good. I like that. Does it help us? Did we actually make image yet? Oh my. Bro. Hang on. Zoom in. I want to believe. I want to believe, guys. Do you believe too? Do you believe in... Oh my god. Yeah, I'm abandoning shit. This up, I don't know. I give up. I give up. 2.5 hours. Ass cooked, mate. I've had enough. Nope. 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 I'm out. Nope. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's stupid. Like, what for? Just for depth? All that just for depth? That's crazy. Let's have a look at this WAN in paint thing. That was crazy. He is speed. Yeah. The image devoid stream. Yeah. Did we actually make an image yet tonight? Wait, did it just crash? It just crashed in disgust when we opened the, you know. Disgusting. Oh, nice. I can show you this real quick. Hell yeah. Full videos on Twitter. Don't even save it. Right. I'll make another one. I can't believe Comfy killed itself. Seriously. Self-termination. Okay, we're gonna have to start again. Yeah, I mean, well, I suppose I killed it, actually. I killed it, really, didn't I? But, like, 3 hours or something? I'll go back to a different model, guys. I'll just do something else. You can do depth with loads of stuff, you know? God knows why it was doing that. That was crazy. Oh. Error. I need to reinstall Comfy soon, I think. It's definitely looking that way. I can remember in the past we've done streams where we've been sat there. I pull out the stopwatch and it takes 45 minutes to start making the image. You know, like the amount of time it took between you start the job. You keep talking. I don't... Yes, that's better. Yeah, I don't think that... I don't think it's even necessarily my workflow. I think that my comfy environment's scuffed. Because like I said, when I actually start it up, you want to see some of these errors. Oh boy. In fact, look, there's one right there. Warning. Reinstall X-formers. Loads of stuff isn't going to work. See, look, what's this? It was built for PyTorch 2.8, but I have 2.7. And then it's Python 3.9, but you have 3.12.9. So I have what Comfy Portable should have, but somehow I've got like... It's weird. I've somehow got X-formers that needs a newer version of PyTorch, but an older version of Python. Make it make sense. It's almost like the numbers are reversed. Like, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway. Yeah, it's not going to help now. And the thing is, as you keep going down, there are just more. Like, as you keep going down, it's kind of like... Oh no, there's Boyo. No module found. Boyo nodes, Boyo control. I don't know. There's an error in the Boyo init. Whoa. Init, mate. Something exotic has pulled down the 5090 torch. Yeah, see what I mean? I don't know what, but the thing is, I test lots of things, so it's not like when my stuff breaks, it's not really indicative of a common experience, because I'm constantly downloading a bunch of weird stuff that probably doesn't even deserve to work in the first place for testing and that. So it's probably just that. Junk from other experiments. A dirty lab. That's probably what it is. Need to clean out the lab. And that would be obviously a clean installation of the Comfy UI. Chances are it doesn't even come with the same stuff as it used to, you know? Oh my god. See, it's not convinced it is Comfy UI. It'll get there. It'll get there. Apparently Python 3.13 is supposed to be supported, but a lot of dependencies are not. MC Twig shared the blend image workflow on the Discord. Thank you, thank you. Look. Can we... No. Let's do the missing thing. We've got to restart again. It's like if my goal was just to like drag out the stream, I could just muck about with custom like this. Oh, we've got to go and install this, guys. Oh, I got to restart it again. It's like an empty chair stream. Love it. Mind you, I am trying to build an empty chair stream, but I want it to be a little bit more than that. See, this works. This works. It's fine. So I know the problem isn't, oh well, but do I though? But do I? What are we looking at? Image prompt, Olama, Cyberhouse. And it's probably on like extreme resolution. Yeah, it is. Extreme resolution. Okay, right. So I'm gonna say create a distant vista with rolling hills and blue skies. Let's go. It's not completely dead. It's getting hit with the nonsense. Jetson not detected. Well, I'm glad I have a Jetson detector, everyone. Loads of problems. Look at all these problems. Problems. So many problems. Oh my god. Well, they're not all problems, but there's a lot there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Go straight to heaven. 11 nodes are dead. I don't think we've actually... Oh, no, we're good. Alright, cool. It's doing stuff. That one? Nope. That one. I just want to make sure it's actually working, because, you know, I guess it's like a kind of paranoia. I start to doubt the machine. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Cold loads are always slow, so I'm not too fussed about that. Right. Enough of this nonsense. Image time. So some of these you probably saw the other day. But a lot of them are new. So I've tried to revise. I'm trying to make a new data set. It's using Fusion Reactor and Geiger, because it's a nice combination. I'm taking some of my original sort of scenery. And then we're doing our thing. So we're going to turn it from... In fact, let's just stop on that one there. I think I'll do the old next and back business myself. Because it doesn't give enough time, does it? You know? But yeah, so on the left, you have the original image. And on the right, you have the completed image. And so, you know, I ask you, do I really... Because if I had ControlNet, would I be able to get this result? I don't think I would. I think the result would be less organic. I mean, it might enhance the lines, because that's what ControlNet's going to do. It's going to draw attention to the lines. Sometimes, you know, in even depth as well. I don't think depth could achieve this sort of level of complexities. It's like kind of like beyond that point by the time you get to this stage, maybe. So it's nice to look at these other tools, but they're not there. I think maybe they're for earlier in the process. As I say, this is turning old work that was kind of like an idea into something more hashed out. It's taking elements from it and then running with it. They're not all there, obviously, but there's a lot of it there. I think it's great. You know, is it exactly what I had the first time around? No. Is it quite as, like, stylized? It's more, I'd say it's more heavily, the original is more heavily stylized, whereas the one on the right is more fully realized. So you've got, like, emphasis on the ideas and the aesthetic is what's going on the left. It's real heavy with, like, vibes, I guess you could say. Whereas those figures are now people, you know. That building now has rooms. The doorway, there's a room behind it. The tower is now, you know, redrawn. and you're going to see this through the whole thing. So it's essentially building, because I've got styles like this that do this, but obviously look at that, the depth is terrible. What's going on? Everything's a bit crazy. But that's one of the reasons I wanted to get depth involved, because I was like, oh, if we could get depth involved, then it would fix a lot of the false perspective. Because you get good image, it's like, it's a good image, but what's behind what, right? That sand dune there. Is that sand dune behind the tower? So, like, if this sand dune here is behind... Do you know what? I need my big red arrow. Nah, it's going to mess things... I'll mess around another day. So, yeah. Some of these are really nice. Because the thing is, it's sort of like you have an idea, and then it's been reimagined in the new style. I haven't trained the style on the left yet, by the way. So, you know, I don't have that raw style. I mean, it's funny, when I look at it now, it kind of just looks undertrained. Or overtrained. Undertrained and overtrained at the same time, somehow. Yeah, not always winning, though. Look, it's introduced a bunch of weird stuff. See, I prefer when you just get this. You know, it's just done the thing. It hasn't added like a bunch of weird people everywhere. Again, this is superior, the one on the right. But it's more realistic. Like, it's gone towards realism. You see what I mean? Yes, MC Twig and Berry says, I recently had a similar issue updating number. Fixed it. I have a similar thing with NumPy. I have to clamp NumPy to a specific version, like less than 2 or whatever, because otherwise everything breaks. Oh my god, there's a person in there now. What the hell? Is like a robot girl in there. Oh no, what the hell's happened to the doors? There's like weird robot things. Like I said, it's a balancing act. But I think introducing the styles did a lot of work. There's some really cool organic kind of, yeah, biomechanical designs been introduced. Because the one on the left is cool, but it's like extreme concept art. I think that's what from a Warframe model that I trained ages ago. Yeah, the color palette is the same, but somehow... Yeah, exactly, Fernicar. He just said it's crazy to think the color palette is the same, yet somehow more realistic. Yeah. But this is why I'm always going on about holograms. Because in a way, this is like just... If you imagine you were looking through a telescope at image 1, and then you just kind of twisted the focus a bit, and now it looks like image 2. This is basically what you have when you start doing uplifting with WAN 2.2. So taking your old work and then running it through WAN 2.2, training it, and then potentially running it through a combination of pre-trained LoRa's that you've curated and trained. And then we can more fully realize the style by combining other elements of your work. And it's interesting because it means, like, say I want to work on a sci-fi project, I'm not just going to type sci-fi, I'm going to add my sci-fi LoRa, which is all of my sci-fi stuff. Obviously I'm generalizing there, but I'm just trying to see what I'm... Yeah. See, I prefer the helmet on the left because it's less generic. The helmet on the right, super generic. But one thing to note about a lot of these is I'm moving the denoise up and down quite a bit. I'm playing around with things as I'm making this. So they are not, you know, don't assume that it's all the same settings. Because I do big batch queues, but I don't like make an effort to say, oh, I just changed this value and this value. You know, I don't. Because I think that's the thing you have to experience in this. Because we're pattern recognition monsters at the end of the day. If you gather experience, you'll notice patterns that I haven't seen, because your experiences will be different than mine. See, I don't like how it's turning it into generic astronaut. It's too realistic. Like, I want realistic quality, but I don't want realistic design. So again, this is where the control net would have come in. See, if I had a canny of image number 1, it would give the same transfer of quality or uplifting of quality, but for this model there is not at the moment, or I haven't managed to get one working yet. Again, so many caveats. See, if I ever say something like there isn't one of these, you should always assume that that means that I know of right now, or that I've used right now is actually more accurate. Like, because things may exist, but if I've never used them, I can't really say. I can't say, can I? I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I've been through this folder before with you guys. But it was a good one. Very faithful. It's actually amazing, like, what it does with, like, in the background especially. You see what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, this is a giant thing. I'm going to do the same stuff. It's kind of made like a little warship-type tower. I don't like how it makes, like, random cars like that. Don't like that. These are really good. In a way, though, I preferred the loose lines that you get in the left image. So, like, by making it realistic, it's losing a bit of its charm. And also, some of the angles are not as well crafted. So it's funny. I'm such a nitpicker. But if you actually look, there is a design aesthetic in the weirdness of the panel lining. And that's kind of lost. That charm's kind of gone. And it's been replaced with a very rigid parallel lines type thing. Which is, but, you know, that's what you need to make them the images better. So, I don't know. It's like a gift and a curse, I guess. Cool nightclub. Yeah, we've already seen most of these. Yeah, we got to there. Alright. Could have sworn I had a new folder. Or one I'd forgotten. Definitely showed that yesterday. I think that was aborted. Oh, we can't show Bosch on stream. It's too much. It's worse than Geiger. Geiger is actually quite safe by comparison to Bosch. Bosch is just... everyone's naked all the time and they're always doing weird stuff. Which is funny. It is funny, but I can't show it on the stream because, you know... And the thing is, it's not even, like, against the rules or anything, but, like, the AI that is censoring, you know what I mean? The AI that does the flagging would go insane. It'd be like, oh, what is this? Block, delete. Because it can't tell what the difference is, you know, it can't tell. So, it's kind of funny. Yeah. Probably an interesting place. Time for me to go and buy some more bloody coffee. So we talked about everything. We updated this. I'll have to restart it. You know, it did generate image, didn't it? Yeah. Here we go. We can do a little bit with this then. Right. Let's do this. So, wow. That's actually really quite cool. Wow. Look at the quality on it. Actually looks like a photo. Like, it actually does have some like photographic qualities. And the thing is, like, here, check it out, right? Here's me, right? You just, like, slow pan. We could just slow pan this all day. So what do I want to put in front of it? Well, I reckon putting clouds clouds, half the screen being clouds, and then the bottom half of the screen being like a fence or some trees. That would probably make sense. So let me save that one for my collection. Now we do have an alternate seed here. Save that one as well. Mostly because the buildings don't line up necessarily. So you can literally just have some buildings be RemBG and move in front of, right? But obviously there's a scale issue, so it's not as simple as that. We also have the 1120 version. Wait, what? We did an upscale, guys. So we got an 8192 by 1120. Jeez, man, look at the fields. That's interesting as well because it's dark in front, but it's lit at the back. Okay. So how about I go with just clouds? I'm going to try and ask for them in the top half of the screen. I don't know if that's going to work, but create the top half or the top third. The top third of the screen is white billowing clouds. While white. White. We're still allowed to say that, right? Some reason I'm putting this into it. I'm not quite sure why. I think that's for image to image. But I am actually putting it into the Olama. Oops. Yeah, I didn't need to do that. It may have been helping. Okay, it may have been helping. The ship your Laura's one that flies slow. Yeah, we should do one ship as well. Yeah. Dark clouds to mimic lightning that cast shadow. Yeah, you could do all kinds of stuff for sure. You could say it's a storm cloud. But yeah, I do actually have, as Fernie pointed out, we have got an airship Laura already trained. So do we have a thing here? No, we have a thing here. What's this? Hello, my honey. Oh dear. Isn't this an upscaler? Yeah, this is an upscaler. We can't use this. That's parallax. That's InstantX. Ugh. That's in paint. Video. Stupid. Anyway. So dumb. Get rid of it. Ooh. Oh, it's different. But then again, I could RemBG and have these buildings being in front, actually. So I'm gonna let it do. Is it gonna do? Which one's it gonna do first? It's the same color as what I gave it. Whoopsie. It's my bad. I think really what you want to do is create them all off the same seed with a slightly different prompt. And I mean like minimally small. Is it finished? Huh? I'm confused. Because this is an upscale. Yeah, this is an upscale of that. So how did this become that? Huh? I'm confused. I'm super confused. How the hell do you make that and then upscale it to that? It seems like something went wrong. Did something break? Ah, I closed the tab, didn't I? I closed the tab. Start again. So stupid. That was my bad, guys. I closed the tab, alright? It's my fault. Early in QWEN image days, ResLife was adding a random image to the workflow. He said it improved output. Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, at the moment, I would just like because QWEN image was running in like 8 steps, 40 seconds, no problem, giving good output. QWEN edit was also, we had like a 16-shot workflow for making LoRa's, works great, no problems. The distilled worked great as well, as did the lightning. So the verdict on QWEN image is actually a good one. It's just that a lot of the time on my show, I'm doing all of my experimentation and stuff in the open, so I'm showing all the failures and all this. So sometimes it can look like something is bad, and I'll be sat there going, this is garbage, right? But you got to take it with a pinch of salt, because ultimately, that's the exploration phase. So it's like we're bumping around in the darkness, you see. And as we find the controls to steer the vessel, we're able to actually do it and give it do it justice. But when things are new, things break, and it looks bad, but that's normal actually. And after a couple of days, things settle down. Damn, he did the opposite of what I said. I needed it I didn't say at the top, did I? I just said a third. Precise language is required. Okay, blue sky under white clouds. I should probably be more specific. The top third of the screen, okay. White billowing clouds above the solid blue sky beneath. Try that. I'm talking through an ENH as well, and for some reason it's injecting Fusion Style. Oh no, I am using Fusion Style, that's okay. So let me see, what did we get? You know it's Fusion Style because the fusion reactor, that's the fusion reactor. It's not a skyscraper, it's a nuclear fusion reactor. And the shape is, you'll see the shape, you know, it'll always come up. It's not like there's meant to be one. You could have had many of them, but it just happens to be that in this one we have this giant city sprawling. Oh, and now it's clouds. But yeah, that's the typical fusion reactor design. Oh, it's actually turned it back into a... Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong place. There it is. But yeah, it just looks like a fancy skyscraper when you take away all of the stylization. So... But yeah, it makes these structured, you know, it makes that stuff. Like you can see the lighting in the buildings is the same. Oh, mouse went funny. But the thing is, guys, I sometimes think that making it look real isn't about making it look really, 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 really good. You know, exemplified by things like Toy Story, right? They had 3D movies before then, but they looked crap. They looked obviously not right. Everyone would say the same thing, Uncanny Valley, blah, blah, blah. And it was dirtying everything that made it get past that mark, right? We still knew it was CGI, it just was acceptable on the eye, that's all. And so I think that getting rid of all the artifacts isn't necessarily the right thing. It's sometimes you need to see sort of weirdness. Because like this doesn't even look perfect. There's so many things that are wrong about it, you know, like the sharpness. The biggest problem that AI has right now is f-stop. What was the focal length? Infinity? Is it always infinity? Why is it like there's a sharp point here and there's a sharp point there? It doesn't make sense. And so this is like the last, or one of the things, I guess. I needed it to be the other way around. I can't just flip it. I could flip it, but it would look stupid. Oh, but I could put them at the bottom of the screen. So actually, yeah, we'll take it. It's going to try and do it the other way around now. And then I'll go back to that. If I want to do more with this one. Yes. Okay. Oh wait, hang on, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can do whatever we want. We did it yesterday with the same bloody image. So they're 8,000 by 1,000. Some of them are bigger. Some of that one's actually smaller. Ah, that's a shame. I should have upscaled it. Nuts. Really good. Considering how big that image is, it doesn't deserve to be this good. Because you think, like, we used to generate one square, yeah? We'd get one square for 1024 by 1024. This is 1120, so it's even bigger than us, and it's 8 times wider. So you're really getting like 8 pictures that go together that tile. You see what I mean? This is like a tiling method. Because we can cut these up and we can get our 8 tiles. Okay? And they're, like I said, these are actually too big. A lot of video game engines, they don't want 1024 height. They want smaller than that. You see what I mean? I know we're not talking about video games right now, but it's kind of relevant. So are we going to make the same thing again, or are we going to get something? Please be... I should have asked for the ocean underneath, shouldn't I? Yep, I should have asked for the ocean underneath. Stop. Stop. Right. Let's unplug that. Oi! What the heck? Right. Above the ocean. Waves. Give it something to hang on to. Because under what, blue sky? It's not really a thing, is it? It's just a colour. It's just a solid colour. That is crazy though. You know, if you wanted to make like a side-scrolling video game, you had like a biplane, and you got like enemy planes, right? And all you do is you just scroll slowly like this. Your plane doesn't move. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, right? The slowest amount of movement. And then you have enemy planes coming in and you shoot them. And then the level ends when you get to the end. It's like, what else do you need? What, we can't generate a picture of a plane? I'm pretty sure we can. Could probably just get like a sprite for a plane from a video game and just upscale it. Just brutally upscale it with like style models and whatnot. Like, hey, look, now it's a Geiger plane. In fact, do you know what? I think we've got a style model for that. Hang on, let me see if I can do that. Coffee Geiger. No, not Coffee Geiger. Geiger style. Hang on a minute. We did this already today. Normal. Seems normal. Seems normal. And get rid of the image to image stuff for a minute there. And then disconnect the open router. There is no image input. Good. And what's that? That's for somewhere going somewhere else. So if we type in here side view biplane in the sky. Wait. In front of blue skies background. Solid blue skies. Let's not get too crazy. It's doing a bunch of other stuff, so it's probably just going to make a xenomorph. Let's see what we get. Oh, is it still upscaling? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. Wait, where is that? Oh. What has it just made? What? Did I? It's not an upscaler. Oh no. This was this is depth based. So I just put this city into extremely wide mode into REM-BG by the looks of it. Yeah, I put it into REM-BG, so it's now on black. And then we put that into, and then we used this depth map and put it into control prompt. And oh boy, we've got some fine we just captured some latent demons. It's fine. He's having a great time. He just wanted to say hi, guys. And on that chilling note, I think we're done here. But we'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. sharp. Don't miss out. All of the models that we're using, all the workflows that you see, they're all on my GitHub or on my Hugging Face. Join us in the Discord, links in the description. See you all next time.